Happy birthday, Kaylee! Yeah, woo! You are not actually 19 yet. Tomorrow is your birthday. Today is the day of your party though. Presumably I'm there right now. We're all having a grand time. Yeah? Sure? Okay, I'll stop. Because it's your birthday, while I should have been revising this Easter, I made you this video. Won't that be fun for you and for me? And actually, as it happens, all of the other people that I roped into this, so enjoy. Do you have a story from when you first met Kaylee?
So, it was in reception. Kaylee was trying to explain to me that she was older than me because she was taller than me. And I was attempting to explain that's not how birthdays worked. However, Liz then had to help me out because I thought me and Elizabeth were the same age. And so Lizzie was trying to explain the difference between days and the month.
And how old were you at this time?
I guess I was 4 or 5. And Kaylee was younger because she was 4 still, I guess.
Obviously I met her in Wyvern, but I don't really remember her that much in there. But obviously I got a lot closer to her in Bushfield, where I think we sung High School Musical together actually.
That's how you create a true friendship.
Yeah, I know, true friendship right there. For me it's quite embarrassing, but I kind of just went along with it.
I remembered it because I had to clean up all the toys at the end because I was like one of these helpers, and it was just you and Kaylee and Lizzie and Sugra trying to learn the choreography to High School Musical.
And Niab.
And Niab, yeah. And Kaylee was like, I know it, and she was one directing people.
Yeah, it was just like, I think it was just 4 of us dancing in the playground, and everyone was watching us and kind of getting fed up with us, and yeah, I went along with it, it's so cool. But yeah, that's kind of when I first sort of met Kaylee, like, properly.
I met her at Bushfield. One of like my first memories was when we made up dances in the playground. They seem to always end in her doing the split. Everyone was just like, yeah.
I met her before Bushfield, and it was at a friend's birthday party.
Okay.
And she kept trying to throw confetti down my princess dress. And it was like from that moment that I knew that she was obsessed with me.
I know when I met her, year 5 probably, but she just used to do it all the time. She would come up to you and just like not say hi, just get in the splits. So yeah, that's probably the first memory.
Me and Kaylee met, I think, before we came to Radcliffe, because we were both in guides, and I'm pretty sure the first time I met her was on a swimming trip. At the time, I think I thought she was a little bit intimidating. But then when we came to Radcliffe, in year 7, started hanging out with one particular story from when we were in year 7. Kaylee will definitely remember this, because you will never let this go, Kaylee. And so one time she'd left her lunchbox out on the bench while she went to the toilet at lunchtime, and I thought it would be really funny to steal her banana from her lunch. And so I stole it and ate it. And she came back and she was like, "Where's my banana? What have you done? Have you stolen my banana?" And she like really got really stressy. And I don't really know why I did it, but ever since then I've given her multiple bananas as like a return present. She will not let it go. She'll keep that grudge against me till the day she dies, I think. So that was a good start to our friendship, I feel.
I remember one day being in the group and playing weird games about animals and shops, but I had to be a customer because there was no more shops left. I think Kaylee was the mayor or something, or maybe it was Matilda, I don't know. I think Kaylee was a poodle. I vaguely remember her being a poodle, I'm just assuming it was Kaylee.
Like the first memory I ever had with Kaylee was when we were probably about 5 years old, and we used to argue and fight all the time. And in fact, me and Kaylee hated each other for most of our young lives, but then we became really good friends. But I do remember that what happened in this first memory was that we were fighting over the only princess costume, because none of us wanted to dress up as a nurse or a fireman, so we fought over the princess costume.
Can you remember what happened?
Crying and telling the teacher, and then going home and being like, "Mum, I don't like this girl." But now we're friends, so it's all good.
I remember Kaylee being this really tall girl running up to me and was like, "Hi, you're new," and I was like, yeah, hi. And she was like, we play this game called Foxes and Werewolves. I'm the Queen Fox. And she'd be like, you're a fox now. And then there was this whole palaver for like a whole year, I'm sure of it, where they were like, no, you're a werewolf. No, you're a fox. No. And then they were like putting like serum against me to make sure that I wasn't a wolf. And Kaylea was the one that was like organising all of this, I'm sure of it. She was the Queen Fox. That's what Kaylea was.
That's intense.
It kind of represents what Kaylea is now though too.
Yeah.
It's very similar to her.
Queen Fox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any fond memories of Kaylea across your time of friendship?
The one I think that she gets most annoyed about is it was Mr. Edwards' class, I think it was year 8, and it was me, Charlotte, Sophie and Matilda. And every time Kaylea said a sentence, we would find a song that linked to it, and then she'd used to go, Mr. Edwards are making songs, and we'd suddenly go and he'd defend us. So she used to get so annoyed at us. Because I think it was the day of Kaylee's The Musical Day, because she used to complain that her life wasn't a musical, so we made it, and she hated it. So...
Be careful what you wish for.
Well, my favourite, top 5, because you got to have your top 5 of Kaylea, and they're always changing, but something that will always be in the top 5 would be, we're in Bournemouth, I think it possibly might have been her first time clubbing, so we've been out, and there's a lot of stuff that happened that night. She's been hit on a few times, there's a stag group, all dressed up in costumes, whatever. Anyway, we had 2 guys, one was called, we nicknamed Harry Styles and Bo Burnham, and Bo Burnham, well, he was interested in Kaylea, obviously, and so, but later on, when we left the Smoking Aces, we were at a bus stop at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and we'd been there for a couple of hours, and the bus still hadn't turned up, and there was, and the Bo Burnham guy had chips in his hand or whatever, and he was trying to play it cash, sided up to Kaylea, trying to not seem like he liked her, but he totally did. And Kaylea was having none of it. She wasn't taking any shit. It's like, who are you, mama's boy? You got your zip halfway down. Who do you think you are? You can't take care. Who are you, mama's boy? Get away from me. She was having no shit at all. And I'm just like, that's just classic Kaylea style. And bless him, he was trying so hard, but he had no chance at all. No chance at all. You do not. The one thing you gotta know about Kaylea, you do not mess with Kaylea. You don't mess with that girl, ever. She doesn't take any shit.
When we started year 6, and we had a new teacher who was like, tell me when I get to you on the register if you want me to call you by nickname or whatever. So he goes through me and everyone else, and then he gets to Kaylea, and she goes, hi, I'm Kaylea with Fortnite, but you can call me Kay. My birthday's on the 23rd of April, which is St. George's Day, and Shakespeare's birthday, and Shakespeare's death day. It's a good nickname. I always remember that.
So, Kaylea likes to make up dances. She prides herself on her dance inventions. And so she made up the Firefly dance, which is everyone's favourite in our group. And it just is her.
Would you care to demonstrate for us?
So she would get into the plie, get her hands out here. She keeps us waiting, keeps us on our toes. And then she turns. I'm off screen now.
Go back. Wait. I think the main ones for me are all the drama things. Obviously the musicals. We were both in all of the musicals at school together, but we were also both in the same drama class for a really long time. There was a lot of banter that went on, and some very memorable moments. Obviously, there was the time she slapped Jason Bolter. There was the time she played Gret. There was a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction. She'll know what that means. Love you, Kaylea. I think one of my favourite times specifically was when we were doing our final piece, which was 100, and me and Kaylea, you'd expect us to sort of clash because, we both we're strong leader personalities, which is a good thing. When we worked together in that group, we really would bounce ideas off each other, and that's one of my favourite. I gained a lot of respect for Kaylea doing that. and don't get big-headed.
So I came back to MK just for the day, and then I went out for drinks with Liz and Kaylee, and it was just like the memory of running back to MK station so I could get the last train back to London, and that was really nice.
I was really sick the night that we went out like 3 weeks ago. Kaylee was like, I was the first person to puke in our uni hall. Come on, Fred to me.
Wow.
Before Kaylee. And she was like, no, you can't go out, you can't go out. And I was like, what? I'm going out. So she took me, and then I was panicking because I couldn't find my student card. And she like mothered me and took care of me. She was like, I've got your pound and it's fine, you're with me, you've got your student card. And like, that is the loving memory of Kaylea.
Aww.
Caring for me when I'm a drunk invalid.
When we were in Bournemouth, there were a group of lads who were quite old compared to us. And I think this is Kaylee's first time clubbing. And so they walked down the street and were like wooing at her and stuff. And she shouted, "Go back to your wives." And then I think they kept walking for a bit. And then she was like, "And your grandkids."
I think of Bournemouth bitches, and there's so many good memories. I find it quite hard to pick, like all the parties when we went on the canal trip in year 5, and we weren't friends, we didn't get on, but we had this time where we had a good time, and you made a joke about the fashion police, so it was quite funny. It was weird.
Oh god. Yeah, Rad Idol. I think it was the band Electric Blue. I didn't take part of it because I didn't really want to sing in front of anyone, but there was Kaylee, Lizzie and Sugra singing Issues by Saturdays, and they rehearsed so hard. So we went into the room and had an audition, and Kay didn't even get to sing her part. On the way home, I didn't hear the end of it. They didn't even get into it, so, you know, that made it even more funny.
Do you have any fun facts about Kaylee?
Well, her birthday is on the 23rd of April, which is St George's Day and Shakespeare's birthday and death day.
Things about Kaylee that people may not know.
She's American. Nobody knows that.
When she's drunk, get her to do the Lion King dance. You'll regret showing me that, Kaylee, because I don't forget things that easily.
Do you have any fun facts about Kaylee / anything people may not know?
Okay, I know a lot of things about Kaylee, but people shouldn't know them, so I'm not going to
Not anything that's like going to ruin her life, because this is going to be on the internet.
I don't know. I don't want to expose you, Kaylee. I know a lot of things about you that other people don't know, so...
It's a bit ominous.
Yeah.
Do you have any like fun facts about Kaylee that no one knows?
Not except the one from this morning. Not this morning, like an hour ago. It's going on the internet.
Well, okay.
She knows what we're talking about. I'm sure she'll know.
I'm gonna leave that in.
Yeah.
She can figure it out.
She'll know. Thanks, Reese, for that.
Everyone calls her Petrin. That's a fact.
Can you explain why?
I don't... Oh, okay, so I wasn't actually there, but I do know that in year 7 she was like, I don't have to be called anything than that. I might as well be called Petrin or something like that, so everyone started calling her Petrin.
Kaylee used to have a favourite song that was Reach for the Stars, and she used to sing it all the time. This was when we were about 9, I think. And one day she was skipping around singing by herself, and I went up to say hello, and she proceeded to carry on singing Reach for the Stars, I love Jack. Oops, I just told someone who I love. Never mind, reach for the stars. In tune. And I don't actually know what happened next. I think we just had a conversation.
Do you have anything about Kaylee that people may not know about her?
She has a slight obsession with toilet paper.
Okay. Explain.
Back in the day, during Bushfield's and dance exchange, we were in a dance competition, and when obviously I just came out of the toilet, both her and my sister were in there, and she asked my sister what the texture of the toilet paper was like when my sister came out, and I've haunted her with that memory forever now, and I'm never gonna let go.
You know a lot about, she's quite open, Kaylee, so there's just a lot of fun facts that you know. So for example, Kaylee loves singing. Kaylee loves Disney. Kaylee specifically loves Frozen Disney. Like, these aren't things she hides. She's not that type, she's very open, so there aren't any, like, there's not going to be like fun facts, like secrets, because everyone knows Kaylee, you know, you get her, you know, she doesn't hide anything about herself, which is fantastic, you know.
If Kaylee was an animal, what animal would she be?
Probably a fox. I had an initial question, initial answer, I was gonna be like a deer, but since the story, it has to be a fox.
That would have to be a dolphin. Mostly, you know, dolphins, they act in front of crowds, you know, they're really happy, you know, good with kids, and then you get close to them and they start speaking aloud, and then you see the teeth and you're like, well, maybe I shouldn't get that close.
If she was an animal, she would be a dog, but specifically a spaniel, partly because of the hair. But Kaylee's a very loyal person. If you're ever sad or if you've got something that's bothering you, she'll want to make you feel better about it. But also, she can be really ditzy. I'm sorry, Kaylee. Do you know how, have you ever seen a spaniel like walk into a door or something? That's the ditzy part of Kaylea there. I'm so sorry.
A guinea pig, because when she laughs, she's like. And then when she does it, the whole group starts sounding like that. So there's just like a group of guinea pigs together. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? When the whole class starts laughing like that, we're all just like, like all for ages.
If Kaylee was an animal, what animal would she be?
A raccoon, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't. Okay, moving on.
Penguin, because she looks cute and cuddly, but coming back to the don't mess with her thing, she's vicious. I've met penguins. They're not as they seem. They look lovely. You come up to them, come near them, they want to attack. You do not mess with a penguin.
Probably like hyena. She's very
Strange.
loud and squeaky. A lot. All the time.
So I think Kaylea would be a tiger, because we always had this joke in year 5 that if Kaylea walked up to a tiger, she'd do it sensitively. So I think she wouldn't be a tiger, but it's the first thing that's sprung to mind when you ask the question. I think she'd be... I think she'd be a lion, because she can be quite fierce, and her hair does state fierceness, and it resembles a lion's head a little bit sometimes, but I do like your hair, so...
I'm gonna go with Bambi, just because she's a bit like all over the place sometimes.
And doesn't he go on ice at one point?
Yeah.
We did do that. What
Kaylea on ice.
Kaylea ice skating.
Coming to cinema.
Is Bambi on ice?
So, fast forward like 20 years in the future, and Kaylee's really famous, right?
Yeah,
Obviously.
Yeah.
They're gonna make a biopic about her life, right? Who is chosen to play her as the main role?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Nice.
Someone with mouse brown hair.
So Kaylee's really famous in the future. They're gonna make a biopic about her life because she's so famous. Who do they choose?
They choose Anna Faris.
Okay.
So Kaylea, think of a scary movie you've seen it, and what's your number? And you're totally her.
It would be Kaylee Cuoco from The Big Bang, because similar character. A name. It was meant to be.
Well, I think Amy Adams, because obviously when she plays, was it Lois in Superman, she's really intelligent, but when she's in Enchanted, her whole life is a musical, and that's Kaylea all over.
Oh, it would be someone, I don't know who. Maybe someone like the actress who plays Luna Lovegood, or... I don't know.
Nice.
I'm going to find someone.
If you think of one, I can
insert it, just maybe like crop it out and then just
yeah,
that's the one.
bam. If Kaylee was in a film, what actor would they have to play Kaylee? Or actress.
Well,
sorry.
seeing as she thinks that she looks so much like Emma Watson that she changed her profile picture to her, I'd have to say Emma Watson.
Sorry, can you explain this?
I wasn't there at this period of time, but she thought that she just looked exactly the same as Emma Watson. I think it was as Hermione, so she changed her profile picture to Emma Watson.
My opinion is only Kaylee can play Kaylee. So if it's going to be in the future, what's going to have to happen is there's going to have to be some scientific development. We take DNA sample from Kaylee, we grow a clone Kaylee, and clone Kaylee can play Kaylee. That is the only way we can do it.
I need to look up her name. I can't remember. Kaylee, you're gonna love me for saying this. Is it Leah Michelle? I'm gonna say Leah Michelle. I don't really know how to pronounce it. This one, because let's be real, Kaylee, you really wish your life was like Glee, don't you? Kaylee's a very complex person. You know, she's cutesy, but she's like, you know, she's also a very serious person sometimes. But also, Kaylee's life would totally be a musical. Which is why it has to be a Glee character. Specifically Leah Michelle, because Kaylee is definitely the leading lady of her life, and the leading lady of a lot of other people's lives. Last question. Can you describe Kaylee in 4 words?
Okay, Kaylee is vibrant, optimistic, lovable, everyone loves Kaylee, humorous, that's 4,
That's 4.
Beautiful, because Kaylee's also very beautiful. Inside and out, Kaylee.
Loud, dramatic, caring, energetic,
An absolutely spectacular hiccup.
Gullible, blonde, caring and talented.
Pretty, okay, I'll give you that. Loud, excitable, scary.
Crazy, awesome, amazing, beautiful.
Ditzy, naive, loud, and American.
Kind, funny, happy, eccentric.
Loud. Smart. No, I'm counteracting because sometimes she's dim, sometimes she's smart.
So dim and smart.
Self-contradictory.
Loyal, lovable, talented, brilliant. Love you, Kaylee. I hope you have an awesome birthday and an awesome time being 19 and an awesome party. Obviously it's going to be awesome because I'm there, just saying. But yeah, we love you. Thank you for always being a friend and hope you never change. Bye-bye! Bye-bye now, bye-bye!